Hello and welcome to my vlog. Today we're going to talk about an example of an angel mother in heaven who helps her family on earth, and although she is a young, just passed over spirit in heaven, the other spirits and their angel mother helps them. Let's learn how this is done and how this could be you one day. As we live through challenging trials in life, we often feel abandoned. Life may seem completely hopeless at times. This is how a father with 3 small children must have felt after his young wife died. Unbeknownst to him, the spirit world knew of his plight. His recently departed wife knew that life without her would be hard. She asked to journey back to the surface of earth to determine how she could assist her beloved mate and children. I read this story in the book Life Beyond the Veil in the Lowlands of Heaven section. It was a communication to the Reverend Owen from his mother in the spirit world. His mother tells him about how a loving spirit sought to keep her family together. She was so anxious that at last we took her and arrived at evening time just as they were all sitting down to supper. The man had just come in from work, and he was going to have his meal before putting them to bed. There were 2 girls, aged about 7 and 5, and a little boy of 2. They all sat round the table in the kitchen, a fairly comfortable room, and the father told the eldest girl to say grace. This is what she said: "God provide for us all, and Mother, for Christ's sake, Amen." The spirit mother of the little 7-year-old stood next to her and put her hand on her head to try to communicate with her. Unfortunately, the mother, being a new spirit, couldn't get her thoughts across to her child. But after a few moments of silence, the oldest girl spoke to her father. "Dad, do you think Mommy knows about us and Aunt Lizzie?" Given the pressures of work and trying to raise young children, the father was planning to send the children to their aunt. The father thought for a bit. "I don't know," he replied, "but I think she does, because I have felt very miserable the last few days, as if she was worrying about something, and it might be Auntie Lizzie." "Well," said the child, "then don't let us go. Mrs. will look after the baby, and I can help when I come home from school, and we shan't have to go then." "Don't you want to go?" he said. "I don't," answered the child. "Baby and Sissy would go, but I don't want to." "Well, I'll think about it," he said. "So don't worry. I dare say we shall manage all right." "And Mother will help, and the angels," persisted the little girl, "because she can speak to them now, and they will help if she asks them." Now the father said nothing more, but we could see his mind and read it in the thought that if this little child has such faith, he ought to have as much at least. And by he made up his mind to try the thing and see how it would work out. For the parting with his children was not to his mind, and he knew he was very glad to find an excuse to keep them. The spirits went back to their home in heaven after their sojourn. The mother, new in the spirit world, was disheartened. The group which accompanied her told her to have faith. If her daughter and her husband could have faith, then the both of them would combine to form a beacon of light which would attract help. When the group returned, this is what happened. On our return, we reported all to our mother angel, and immediately measures were taken to ensure that the family should not be broken up, and the mother was bidden to strive to progress in order that she should be able to help also. Then a change came over her. She set to work in real earnest, and will soon be allowed to join parties on their journey earthward, now and then, to add her little mite to their stronger service. Have faith and good intentions, and you will be assisted. The Supreme Intelligence wants all of us to succeed. As we demonstrate our willingness to learn and to stay on the upright course, we shall have invisible hands ensuring our well-being. We should also derive from this tale of the spirit realm that when we return to where we are truly ourselves, our spirit selves, we haven't finished learning and growing. One life on earth is but a small detour within our immortal existence. We inhabit a physical body to accumulate the lessons we require to improve. Upon shedding that dense encumbrance, we continue our studies. There are schools and colleges where you will learn the truth about the universe and the power of your own mind. If you are interested more in how the spirit world guides us, please read my book, How We Are Guided by Spirits, Book 3 of Spiritism. Book 3 illustrates the ground game of the spirit world via the messages of multiple spirits to the Reverend Owen. We are presented examples of how the spirit realm above us peers down upon their unruly students. The process of tracking and modifying behavior on an individual and a collective basis is revealed. Even the broader direction of human society in the future is posted for all to see. God bless.